Good morning to one and all. I am Kalpana, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, NPR College of Engineering and Technology. I am going to take a paper for third year Computer Science and Engineering students, CS 8501, and the subject name is Theory of Computation. Before going to this subject, first we should know what is computation and why we need computation. So I will explain one by one and later we will discuss about the syllabus of this subject. So first we should know what is computation and why we need computation. Computation helps to solve a problem. It has some calculation. It helps to solve a problem to get a desired result. This sequence of steps is called as algorithm. Algorithm means step-by-step instructions which helps to solve a problem to get a desired result. So this is the main purpose of computation. For each and every problem, we have an input and we have an output. In between the input and output, we are doing computation. Input should be based on the given problem. So what is to be computed? That is called as input. This can be referred as computability theory. And how it should be computed? The computation is based on the given problem. It has several calculative steps. That is called as computation. The computation is called as automata theory. It describes how the machine solves problems to get a result. And final step is called as output. In output, we get a final solution of a given problem. It requires how many steps it takes to solve a given problem and how much space required to store the result. That is called as output. It is based on time and space complexity. It is called as complexity theory. So both computability theory, automata theory and complexity theory, it is called as theory of computation. This is the main motive of the subject, how the machine solved the problem to get a desired result. First we should know the basic concepts provided in this subject. First unit title is Automata Fundamentals. In that we will learn about the basic mathematical formulas, that is formal proof, additional form of proof, inductive proof, finite automata, deterministic finite automata, non-deterministic finite automata and finite automata with epsilon transitions. The formal proof and additional forms of proofs are come under the category of mathematical principles, that is based on the sets, intersections, union, etc. And finite automata, it has some set of transitions which helps to solve a problem. It should be based on the input and output process. And later we will study DFA and NDFA, that is deterministic finite automata and non-deterministic finite automata with epsilon transition. Epsilon means some empty transitions. And unit 2 we will learn about regular expressions and languages. Regular expressions and finite automata. FA means finite automata and regular expressions, proving languages not to be regular. And closure properties. Closure property means main properties of the elements, union, intersection, concatenation, complement, like that. It is basic mathematical formulas and equivalence and minimization of automata. So the name automata refers how the machine solve the problem to get a desired result. And unit 3 is context free grammar and languages, that is parse tree. It is based on the grammar, ambiguity and unambiguous and ambiguous grammar, push down automata and its languages, equivalence and deterministic push down automata. And unit 4 we will learn about properties of context free languages, normal forms of CFG, pumping lemma. Pumping lemma means it shows the given language is not regular. We have to prove like that. And same closure properties. In unit 2 we will learn closure properties of regular languages, but in unit 4 we will study about closure properties of context free languages, that is CFL. and Turing machines and programming techniques involved in Turing machine. In Unit 5, we will see about recursively enumerable and non-recursively enumerable, decidable and undecidable problems, then PCP and Class P and Class NP problems. It is similar to the concepts we already studied in previous data structure concepts. So this is the main concepts involved in theory of computation. In next class we will learn about unit 1 automata fundamentals. So this is the basic concepts of theory of computation. Thank you.